What is racism, and how does it manifest? Have you ever wondered how racism develops and shows itself in society? Let's break down this complex issue by looking at it through the lens of cultural anthropology, race and ethnicity, and socialization. Racism is often defined as the belief that humanity can be divided into different biological groups known as races. Some people believe that these races are ranked, with certain races viewed as superior to others. This perspective is flawed because it assumes that these racial groups are biologically distinct and that these differences dictate behavior and social value. However, modern science and anthropology reveal that human biological variation does not fit neatly into these racial categories. Instead, race is more accurately understood as a social construct. Racism manifests itself in various ways, primarily as a system of oppression. It justifies unequal treatment, discrimination, and stigma against certain groups based on perceived racial differences. Historically, this system has roots in colonialism, slavery, and imperialism, where racial hierarchies were created to legitimize exploitation and control. It is essential to recognize that racism is not just about individual prejudice. It is embedded in social institutions and cultural practices, which perpetuate inequality and exclusion over time. Anthropologists point out that race is socially constructed through processes like racialization. This means that groups are categorized and treated as racially distinct, shaping their identities and experiences. The meanings associated with racial categories can vary significantly across different cultures and historical periods. This shows that race is not a fixed biological reality, but a flexible social concept. Racism has evolved over time. It has shifted from overt justifications based on false scientific theories to more subtle forms, such as colorblind racism, which ignores the ongoing effects of racial inequality. Anthropological theories, including critical race theory, analyze racism as a systemic issue that influences social relationships and power dynamics. Understanding racism from this perspective involves recognizing how racial categories are created and maintained in society. It also includes examining how these categories affect socialization and identity, leading to unequal access to resources and opportunities. To address racism effectively, it is vital to look at the cultural and social contexts that sustain it. Education, policy changes, and social movements are essential in combating its impacts. By understanding how racism operates within our societies, we can work towards creating a more equitable world for everyone.